Hello, everybody. So, most of you know I have OCD. I also have attention deficit disorder, not the hyperactivity. Now, that is not diagnosed, so I was not diagnosed with it. I just know I do because I get sidetracked all the time. So, earlier today, I went into the bathroom to get something, or the closet, to look. Oh, I remember. I was looking for something for Zach, and I found some stuff, and I got completely sidetracked. And I started going through some totes that I have in my closet and getting stuff out. And one of the things I found, which I thought I would do a video on because it really helped me. So I bought this program. It's through the Midwest Center for Stress and Anxiety. And I bought this program, gosh, a really long time ago. My kids were really little. They were in grade school. Wow. I don't know. I don't even know. Like a long time ago. Okay, so I had to fix something. um, Now, back in the day, it was on uh, whatever you call these discs, CDs. I don't know. See, I think they're CDs. Anyway, and then it came with, I think, a workbook, like a big one. But I had lost one of the CDs, or it broke or something, so I had to order a new one. And when I ordered that new one, it came with some individual workbooks. So I'm going to show you what they look like. Please excuse my makeshift vanity I have right here. So this is one of the workbooks, the introduction, and then I believe it's a 15-week course. So there's 15 CDs, and then there's a relaxation video. Anyway, so there's session 5 through 8, 9 through 12, 13 through 15. So that's what those look like. And then these are the CDs. Now, okay, this right here, I don't know. Remember, it was a long time ago. And it was like make your own, and that's what's left of it. Anyway, it's protected them all these years. So, I mean, I guess it's okay. So that is the new one. That's the new one because you see all the rest look very different. So that's the new one. So that's the one I lost and had to have replaced. Let's see if let's go through them and see if I had to have any others. I thought I had the relaxation tape. Oops. You guys, one of these days I'm going to get a better camera system that's set up that I don't have to hold it. There's the relaxation. Okay, so it's not the relaxation tape. It was session 1, I guess. I had lost or broke or something. So anyway, so that's probably, I mean, that probably was even quite a few years ago as well. So they're probably not on CD anymore. Can't imagine them nowadays being on CD. It's probably something that you download, that you buy, and then you download. Now, at the time, back, I remember the house I lived in when I got these. I lived in Bend, Oregon. Kids were really little. I lived on, at the time, probably the biggest house I've ever had. It was a big house. It was like it was very nice house. My gosh, I would say early 2000s. I would say maybe around 2006. No, earlier than that. Probably 2004 or 2005. Yeah, I'm just thinking in my head. It was before my daughter's accident she had at school. That's a whole long story. One of these days, you guys, I'm going to tell you all the history. I will do it in small parts. I will start with Bree's story, I'll start with I'll do my story, then I'll do Bree's story, then I'll do Zach's story because we each have a story. Um, so yeah, I would say it was then. I struggled with anxiety, mostly anxiety, not so much depression. I mean, I did, but I think the depression came with the anxiety or something. But anyway, I suffered with really bad anxiety, you guys, to the point where it was very difficult to leave the house sometimes. And I mean, I would, and then driving was hard for me. Um, at one point. And again, that's a story for another day. It got really bad. It started before this, but I believe it wouldn't have if it weren't for what happened. It was an accident. It was a car accident. And gosh, what year was it? Oh my gosh, probably, well, it was before 2010. I know that. So anyway, so it was creeping up to that. Like it was progressing. I had a panic attack once when I was driving. I was going up from Oregon, the Washington side to the Oregon side of this river, and I forget what it's called. It's got a huge bridge. Washington, the state of Washington, the state of Oregon. There's this huge bridge. Anyway, I had a panic attack, and I think that's where I know that's where it started. Um, Bad panic attack, and then it kind of progressed. But then I got into a car accident with a Pinal County sheriff, and that was in 2008. Uh-huh. I just bought a brand new car 2 weeks prior to it, and it was his fault. I was coming home from work late at night, like it was past 10 at night, and I was just going the speed limit, minding my own business, 2-lane highway, back highway, super dark, and a Pinal County sheriff came up behind me too fast, without lights and sirens, and he was going fast. And long story short, he had to make a split decision because there was another sheriff on the other side of this 2-lane highway, and it's narrow, guys, and he couldn't swerve because he would have hit her. And there was an oncoming van from one of the prisons. And so he had to run into me, and he ran me off the road. God was with me that day, guys. God was with me because it should have been a fatal accident. I had my angels there, protecting me. My car had minimal damage, like really minimal damage. And there's no explanation for it because it was either a head-on with that van and killing that officer standing in the road. I don't know if she was in the road, but that car that was on the other side and the officer or the sheriff would have gotten some kind of damage. Something would have happened. Anyway, it was scary. It was very scary. And I think that's where it really began, my anxiety, my driving anxiety. Now, this program I started way prior, like I said, probably early 2000s, 2004, 2005, maybe even earlier than that. So I think after that is when and that was in 2008. So I think that's when I got it back out and did it again because my anxiety improved. It's a longer story than that, but that's probably where I'll stop for that. But I just want to tell you guys about it because it was about $400, and that was many years ago. That was a long time ago. What is that, over 20 years? So that was a long time ago. So it's probably more expensive now if you can even get your hands on it. You might not. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea. But I just saw it and I'm like, oh, I got to get this out. And I'm like, I mean, it's you can always do, refreshers and stuff. So I figured I'd get it out. I don't know how, because I don't have a CD player. So I don't know how I'm going to listen to these. I'm like, do they even sell them anymore? I mean, I'm sure they do somewhere. I'm sure you can get your hands on one somewhere. But I thought, why not? At least I can go through the workbooks. But the relaxation one, you guys, that's where it's at. With this set, if you I mean, obviously, if you want it, if you're struggling with anxiety, check into it if it's still out there, because it really helped me. It's just that that car accident, that was a huge setback. That was a huge setback. I'm not gonna lie. But they work. I'm telling you, they work, because I went from not being able to leave the house. I did the full 15-week to, man, even you even asked my ex-husband one day, he goes, damn, it's like I remember you couldn't drive, you wouldn't go anywhere without me. And one day, I don't know, I was zipping around doing something, and he was following me, I guess, for some reason, for something, I don't remember. But he's like, oh man, he was like, you're a completely different person. I'm like, duh. Of course I am. Many years ago. That was recent. That was probably like 2019, 2017, no, probably 2019. Yeah, it was probably when he said that. But anyway, I got those out. I wanted to share it with you guys. Share the story of my anxiety that I have. I still suffer with anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. I still do. It's an everyday battle. I think you can truly, in some cases, conquer your anxiety. I think you can. I think most everybody struggles with some sort of anxiety and depression too, to some extent. Mine is nothing like it used to be, you guys, though. Like, I don't really have anxiety. I do driving still. I do. I won't lie. I still can't have a police officer behind me. Nope. If he's behind me, I make a turn. I get out of the way. If he wants to pull me over because I look suspicious, that's fine, officer. You can do that. I have no problem. I'll be honest too. I'll tell him the story. I'm like, I have nothing to hide. I'm a good person. I don't got any warrants or anything. So, but yeah, I do that. He could be beside me. He can be in front of me, just not behind me. He could be in the other lane. Be like, if there's 2 lanes and he's in the other lane, that I have less anxiety. I still have a little bit because he could change lanes and get behind me. So I do have a little bit of anxiety there, but not as much if he's right behind me. Now, if there's a car in between us, then I'm okay. Very little anxiety. But then again, I have that anxiety. Oh my gosh, what is it? Anticipatory anxiety, where you think, or you have something coming up. Let's say you have to give a presentation and it's like 2 days away, and it's coming up, and you're stressing and you're anxious because you have to do. That's anticipatory anxiety. So anyway, so I still have that. It's to some degree. Driving, I still have some driving anxiety. It just depends. So I have as needed anxiety meds that I hadn't taken in a long time. I took it only when I knew that I had to drive from here to work in Tempe. So I would take anxiety for that. And then I stopped taking it after I was like, I didn't need it. And then this happened the day after Mother's Day, when this whole new stuff happened with me. I started to take this as needed because I felt like I needed it. So anyway, that is my story. We can talk more about it in different videos. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. Let's have a conversation about anxiety. Because I think it's hard to talk about. I think a lot of people have anxiety when talking about anxiety. I know my son does. So, and if you don't want to talk about it, that's cool. Another thing, guys, I need your help real quick, and then I'll end this video. Tell me what you think. I want to replace these. Okay, that, my daughter made a comment, and I know she didn't mean anything by it, but I'm starting to think replacing them. What do you think? Should I replace them or leave them as is? Because I really like them. Tell me what you think. I'm leaving that. Speaking of, if you haven't noticed, my room is grandmacore. I'm in my grandmacore era, and gold, it was making a comeback, so I'm really into gold. I like old stuff. I like antiques, so I'm going to be switching my house to antique-like style. So I'm starting with my bedroom. I'm going for a grandma type look, an antique and old vintage type look. So, um, I don't know. I like it. I love my room. I love I love what I picked out. But those two, I don't know. Something my daughter. I can't even remember what she said, but she said something, and I was like, okay. I guess I'm going to change those maybe. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me keep them or replace them. Okay. All right, guys. Till next time. Take care.